Gold is trading below 200 daily and the structural bias is bearish. It swept down to 4025, ripped all the way back to 4380, and then Wash walked in, buried the rate cut dream, and slammed gold straight back down to 4155 by Friday's close. So here's the question that actually matters this week. Is this the start of a deeper flush toward 3965 or maybe even 3600? Or is this the exact dip that every central bank on earth is quietly loading before the next leg toward 5000? In the next few minutes, I'll give you the precise sell zone I'm looking, the one level that confirms the bottom, and the line in the sand that flips this whole market bullish again. And PCE drops coming Friday. That's the catalyst that could rip the door of this trade. I'm also going to quickly run through US dollar index, crude oil, and silver today. Let's get into it. So let's begin with US dollar index. And right now I'm on the weekly frame here. On the weekly frame, I've already highlighted the key zones. So we have this level of 104.075, which is the upcoming resistance. This is the zone which is expected to hit when US dollar marches upwards. Now I have highlighted the magnet areas. So the magnet area on the weekly frame, one is below the highlighted area of 104.07. So this is the range which is around 102.63, and the one which is slightly higher is 104.85. So the expectation is that in the coming weeks, since Fed has turned extremely hawkish, US dollar will continue higher. It will reach to the first magnet zone and it will rip off 104.07 and then roll lower. So this is the expectation for US dollar index. Now moving to the lower time frame, I'll walk down directly to 4H here. So on the 4 hourly frame, it is printing the sequence of higher highs, and this is the last upward leg. So right now we are expecting some retracement here. So when the market reopens on Monday, I'm expecting a pullback or retracement in US dollar index and then continuation higher. The key support level I'm looking at is around 99.46 to 99.56. So in round number, we can say 99.5. So any drop towards this level should be taken as an opportunity to buy. And I've already given you the targets. Now let's quickly run through crude oil. So for crude oil, I'll be switching to weekly frame here again. I need to zoom in. So I've already highlighted here the extension in the downward direction. I just need to change the color of extension to red since we are talking about the bearish extension here. So what I've done, I've taken the high point here as A, and this is point B, and this is taken as point C here. So crude oil is very close to the extension 100 level, that is 72.18. It has not crossed or it has not cleared this level here. So I'm expecting in the coming days that it will false break this level, retest, and march higher. And the first level I'm looking at is 86.98 as the target. Now let's move down to the lower time frame, that is daily. Now on the daily frame, it has already started printing reversal candles here. Now I won't be surprised when I move to lower time frame that we see one more break to the downside, which will clean this level of support. So basically, orders would be taken. So any false break below 72.18 and with the confirmed reversal and bullish divergence on the charts would be our hint that buyers are expected to take it back towards 86.98. And moving to 1 hourly frame here on the crude oil. Now on the hourly frame, if I switch to line chart, it has already printed bullish divergence, and this is the level which I'm waiting for buyers to take out. So once we see a clean break above 77, then a valid retest would be the confirmation that yes, crude oil is ready to bounce up without printing the next lower low. So I have given all the probable scenarios for crude oil. In short, I'm looking to buy the dips around 72 and hold it for the target of 87. Now I'll take you to silver's chart, and I want to explain silver on the weekly frame first. So I need to clean my chart, and right now I'm working on a line chart here. So for silver, connecting, moving back to the candles here, and I'm taking the low here that is around $17 mark, and I will connect this low to the all-time high here. So here it's time to zoom in, and on the weekly frame, back to line chart, and it is clearly printing the sequence of lower highs. So the structure on the weekly frame is right now bearish. So here this is the high, lower high, and then we get to see here the next lower high. So let's move back to candles and apply the extension in the downward direction here. I'll start from the highest, connecting with the first shadow on the lower side and connecting with point C here. So this is the first bearish extension applied. Now I'll be connecting the next bearish extension on the next leg on the weekly frame. So second bearish extension added. That's it. And let's mark a vertical line here and move to daily frame. Now on the daily frame, this is the high in place, which is completed. And this is the low, which is right now open. So we see that MACD is still pointing towards the next leg lower. So I'm going to apply here fib retracement. So this is our starting point on the top on the daily frame, and this is the low point here. That's it. And moving to 4-hourly frame. So there is no structural change on the daily chart. It is still printing lower lows and lower highs. Now, when it comes to 4-hourly frame, and moving back to line chart here, so we have low here and we have a low here. So if I compare these two sequential lows, it forms a lower low pattern. And here on the histogram, it has gone flat. And even on MACD lines, it has gone flat. So the bearish momentum has faded out here. But for buyers to reclaim their control, they need to break the level of 78, which is far from the current price. Now I'll switch down to the hourly frame here. Now on the hourly frame, we got the completion of bullish divergence towards the end here. So lower low formation comes with NPN bullish divergence and MACD line divergence. The breaker structure was completed, and the buyers, they have taken the price higher than the previous high around 69. But I'm expecting this to be short-lived. So any which ways, let's apply fib retracement on this short-lived bullish leg. So on this leg, silver has fallen back to the key support zone. So basically right now it is in the discounted zone, not the right place to sell. So this area is acting as temporary support here. So let's apply fib extension on this completed leg connecting A, B, and C here. I need to change the color to green here. So we have found that the first major barrier for silver is at 69.5. So I won't be surprised if silver bounces back to 69.5, since US dollar is right now retracing downwards. So it will give short-lived bullish scenario to the silver buyers here. So it is expected to reach to the level of 69.54, and the next higher level sits around 73.39. That's it. And I'll be expecting sellers to come back around 69.54. So the first hint would be rejection at 69.54. Else, worst case scenario, it will bounce towards 73.39 or 73.5, bearish divergence, rejection, and then continuation lower. Now I need to explain the levels to the downside here. So moving back to the weekly frame here. Now on the weekly frame, this is a key level which is expected to be taken out. So in the corrective downward leg. So this level is around 47.5. Now I also get to see here a extension level which is around 53.66. I'm moving down to daily here. I just need to clean the bullish extension, that because bullish scenario is expected to be short-lived, and I need to move back to 4H, and on the 4-hourly frame I need to complete the next downward extension. So here I'm going to complete my next downward extension on the 4 hourly frame. Moving back to day chart, and I have found a very strong support magnet is formed around 50 to 53. So I won't be surprised if silver gets rejected around 69 on the bounce here. And after being rejected from 69, it has to break the current support magnet at 60. Once it trades below $60 mark, then it will rush quickly towards 52 or 53. I'm not expecting that it will stop directly at 52, 53. It may extend its move towards 46 to clean the previous area, previous support here, and then bounce back. So the bullish reversal is expected around 46 to 52. So rejection around 69 is the hint to enter into the sell trades. Now I'm coming to gold here. Now on the gold, for gold, I'm moving back to weekly frame here. And on the weekly frame, I'm going to draw fib retracement from this low. This is the most important low. So here the retracement is added from the low of 1616 to the high of 5601. And I need to zoom in now. Now on the weekly frame, it started moving lower. So we got the first crash, which pushed the price slightly below 23.6 and bounced back for the corrective bounce. And then it moved and created the next leg lower, which goes directly to fib retracement of 38.2. So I'm going to take the entire move as one leg. So I'm going to combine first drop, bounce, and the next drop. So I'm just treating this entire move as first leg down. So I'm gonna apply my first fib extension, combining both the moves together. So this is the first bearish extension for gold added on the weekly frame, and I need to change the color to red here. That's it, and we will use our vertical line at point C here. Now, the most important area for the sellers to clean. So we have a major area, support area around this level. So this is 3964, 3965. I've already talked about this level in my previous video. And the next major area is around 3390. Now, I won't be surprised if we see sellers breaking this extension level, cleaning this low, and then gold bounces back. So this is on the higher time frame. Now I'm moving to the day chart. The structure remains bearish on the weekly frame here. Now coming back to the day chart, starting from the vertical line, the structure remains bearish on day chart as well. So this is the high and a lower high. This is low and a lower low here. Now when I compare low and the lower low, it is aligned on MACD lines and even on MACD histogram. So starting from this high and until this low, any bounce in between should be taken as short-lived and then continuation lower. So this gives me the probability to apply fib retracement on this leg. So I'll be using retracement from the high of 4894 to the current leg. Now this is just taken for measurement. This is not the ultimate low here. Now based on this measurement, the retracement level of 78 to 85 falls in between 4709 to 4769. Now it also gives me an opportunity to apply the next extension downward on the 4 hourly frame. So I'm switching to 4H now, and on the 4 hourly frame, starting from the vertical line, I need to apply the next extension downward. So starting my extension on the 4 hourly frame in the downward direction. So this is the extension added. Let's change the color to differentiate and bring the vertical line on this high, point C here. That's it. Now I need to zoom out and show you the magnets formed. So here I get to see a very strong conference, a very strong magnet around 3985. So 3985 is the nearest destination for gold. And once it breaks below 3985 or 3965, Then the next extension target is 3731, followed by 3579. Now 3579 is again making a confluence with the major fib retracement zone here. So 3580, 3579 is going to be a major level, but ultimate level is going to be the magnet zone, which falls in between 3333 to 3390. So this is going to be our ultimate target. Now it will take a few weeks to hit this zone. Now let's move to 4 hourly frame here. Now on the 4 hourly frame, let's understand the structure. The structure remains bearish here. So starting from the vertical line, this is the high here. Then we have sequence of lower highs, and here we have low, low, and a lower low, which aligns on MACD as well. So on the shorter frame, if you want to squeeze it to 4 hourly retracement level, then this is the level from where we should draw a new retracement. And here I'm going to apply my next retracement. So currently gold is sitting at the discount zone. So the level between 14.6 to 23.6 is not the uh, optimal level to sell. We should wait for the bounce here, and a bounce is highly anticipated because US dollar would be corrective, and we can expect gold to bounce back towards the level of 43.62. Best case scenario towards 44.54 to 44.91. Any rejection around 44.54 to 44.91 should be taken as an invitation to sell here. If you are already involved in your sell trades, then you should protect your trade with the stop loss above 44.91. A bounce in between 4570 to the low of 4025 is highly anticipated in the current week. And let's move to 1 hourly frame here. Now, on the hourly frame, again, we got the short term bounce here. So we got the bullish divergence, continuation higher, got rejected around 4374, 4380 on the Fed's announcement, and it started printing lower highs and lower lows. Now, this is again a lower low formation here and a lower low formation on MACD lines. So, alternatively, if we see a drop, if we see a bounce and it rejects around 40 to 85, so this would be your first indication for selling here. But we always have a risk of a higher bounce and entering into the zone of 44.54 to 44.91. In short, if you get a bounce and rejection around these levels, you can enter into the sell trade with the protection above 44.91, and target is already explained to you. And I'll be back with my midweek live analysis for gold on Wednesday.